Alright. Let's make some chili. Crushed tomatoes for the base. Into the slow cooker. This is a big can, 28 ounces, or you can use two 15-ounce cans, doesn't matter. This is vegetarian, so no beef today. Just beans. Pink beans, red beans, and black beans. These are 1 pound cans, 15.5 ounces. 3 of those. Or, you know, you want to do a big can, 1 kind of beans, that's fine too. It's just chili. Really, the only thing that's different about this recipe, if it's with meat, is that you add 2 pounds of ground beef and, you know, 1 or 2 cans of beans, however you like it. But I added an extra cup of beans, an extra can of beans, rather, instead of ground beef, because not everybody who's eating this eats meat. Oh well. The spice is still really good either way. Beans, beef, chili con carne, chili sin carne, no importa. Está bien. Todo está bien. Todo es delicioso. There we go. Beans and tomato paste. Next, 1 tablespoon, 3 cups worth of beef bouillon. You can get vegetarian beef bouillon, concentrates or cubes, or you can use regular beef bouillon, but this definitely adds a richness to it that you want. So we put in beef bouillon. Finally, I'm going to do 2 cans, 2 8-ounce cans of just plain tomato sauce or puree, whatever floats your boat. This is just going to thin it out a little bit. Now all we have to do is the spices and vegetables. While this heats up, I'm going to chop some vegetables and saute them and get the spices ready. Give it a big stir and then get it all heated up. How about that? There you go. You know, it's probably horrible looking, but that's what we're at right now. Yikes. Alright, you can still see me good. So we're going to chop up a bell pepper, 2 poblanos after I wash them, 2 jalapeños, and an onion. wash them off really quick because especially peppers and similar vegetables, they get a lot of pesticides and a lot of treatment on the outside. It doesn't get rinsed off. It's not going to kill you, but it's not a good idea to eat. So give it a quick rinse, throw some soap on it, rinse that off, and then eat it. I'm going to just use my sink here for the waste because my camera is between me and the trash. Just going to do a quick rough dice, nice coarse diced pepper. There's going to be plenty of peppers and vegetables, so they don't have to be very fine. Just a nice gross cut. Any kind of bell pepper is fine. Any color bell pepper is fine, really. But red's the ripest. It's the sweetest. I like the flavor the best when you can. Good home style cooking doesn't need great knife skills. Just break it down so it cooks roughly the same amount of time. Nobody's eating things that are just chewing through big hunks of crap. These jalapeños going next. Make sure when you're doing peppers, you get out the seeds when you clean them out. The seeds are really going to change the flavor a lot. You're gonna make it a lot hotter. There's a lot of hot oil in those seeds, and jalapenos are actually kind of pleasant heat-wise, as long as you're not chewing on their seeds. It's a nice medium heat. And poblanos, same thing, except they're even milder. And I really like them. I like the combination together. I like having the sweet peppers, the mild spicy peppers, and the medium spicy peppers. We're going to bring on the real spice with chili powder. Cutting these up a little finer. Peppers are smaller, and plus, if they're cut a little finer, they'll get that heat into the chili faster, be more even distributed. Ooh, almost got myself moving too fast. Won't be the first time, won't be the last. But I try not to put too much blood in my food. Only on special occasions. Poblanos and onion. And then we move on to the spices while those are simmering, sauteing rather, while the vegetables saute. And get all those flavors into the olive oil, which is then going to go into the chili. And it's great because all that flavor from the peppers and onions is going to get in there, and then when people eat the peppers and onions, they're not going to, it's not going to feel raw to them. It's going to be cooked enough without me having to simmer it for 24 hours. Done. Have some soft spots in these peppers that I'm going to be trying to cut out because we don't need overripe rotten pepper in here. And these are the only 2 poblanos in the store left, so got to work with what you have, just like shitty government, you know. There's a soft spot out of there. This is nice. The rest of it's all nice and good. There's another soft spot here. Everything here is nice and good. I guess my daughter wants to get behind me for some reason, some kind of emergency. She's looking at me. Will I die if I walk in front of the camera or make any noise? No, you won't die. You might get yelled at for being kind of dumb. Because you don't need to do anything in here, do you? You're not going to die if you wait, right, will you? No? 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 Can you handle that cup by yourself for now? All right, thank you. Thank you, Pixel. It's a small house. We have 5 people with us right now. It's a 1,100 square foot house in District 2, outside Center City, but not until we get to the really nice beach places. So I feel like I'm kind of right in the middle of the city, and we really love it here. Small house, but lots of fun. All right, I'm going to turn up the heat on this, get that going. So all I have to do is an onion. We have split it. Now we're going to do a quick dice. Toss it in with the others. And this is a great trick. You'll see it on all the cooking shows or Food Network and stuff. But if you make long slices without going all the way to the other side of the onion, then longitudinal slices like this, then you can just cut across really quickly and have a nice even cubed onions. Without having to be someone who practices with knives or cooks with knives constantly. This is something, any quick way to process an onion that even a 10-year-old or 12-year-old could do pretty quickly. Very easy knife skill. Memorize it, use it, and your cooking will be faster. All right. Let's take a look over here. Sorry for the vertigo, people. But that's what we got going now. That's going to be on medium heat and for about 10 minutes in olive oil. Now we do the spices. I've got a 1 cup ramekin that I like to get all my spices in at once. And all my spices are over here. Should get some stuff out of my way. First I need some black pepper ground up. Black pepper. And I'm gonna eyeball it. About a teaspoon. I'm gonna use this mortar and pestle really quick to crush it up. And that way I get some nice fresh black pepper without having to grind a pepper grinder for a million hours. There we are. Okay, let's start with a tablespoon of cocoa. 1 tablespoon of ground unsweetened Dutch cocoa. Yep, cocoa. Cocoa and chili have been a classic flavor in Central America for a long time. And this isn't a Central American dish, but the flavors are still good for it. 1 tablespoon of oregano. 4 tablespoons of cumin. This is where the chili flavor comes from, between the tomatoes and the cumin. This is what gives it that classic chili flavor. A tablespoon of garlic. Well, half a tablespoon, I think. Yeah, half a tablespoon of garlic. So much onion and everything else. Actually, I take it back. I'm going to do 2 tablespoons of garlic powder. Or you could use adobo, actually, if that's your jam. And for now, you're going to adjust this at the end, but I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in there to offset some of the heat. And then finally, 2 tablespoons of chili powder. And Raj's Cash and Carry in Groton has the best chili powder ever. It is super hot. They come in all kinds of quantities. This is my quantity. My family likes spicy food. I will go through this in a year for sure. And that's what we got here. We got a bunch of, we got a cup, an actual cup of spices going to go in here. Herbs and spices. And let's take a look and get all that in there. I mean, you can smell it now, and I haven't even really heated it yet. This is ridiculous. You'll be able to see the spices in this chili if you eat some of it. Like, it's not just tomato sauce. You're seeing it swim in there like crazy. And you know, this is not in my recipe, but tomato has flavors in it that cannot be dissolved in water, and that's why you add wine to a lot of tomato dishes. But today I'm going to add some tequila. Like I said, it's not in the recipe, it's kind of optional. But how about a tablespoon of tequila, some old tequila. I don't drink it very often, that's why the bottle's so dusty. Because, you know, it makes me take my clothes off, and nobody wants that. So we'll do that. There we go. A little tequila. Now that's gonna dissolve some of the flavor compounds in the tomato. Make it awesome. Alright, so I'm going to start the slow cooker, which I promised to do before and I didn't. And we'll set it for high for 6 hours, ought to be pretty decent. I'm going to taste it cold. Spicy, hot. Hot. Definitely taste the heat. Holy cow. Yeah, that's good. Whew. Gonna need some cornbread or rice or pasta or something to eat with this. Milk, tequila. And that's it. After I saute this for a little while, you know, you do it to however you want, because this is all going to go into the pot. I like to kind of halfway cook it and let the rest of it finish up in the chili, but you can cook it until the onions are clear and all the peppers are soft, because all this and the oils are going to go straight into the pot. But you just want to get it started cooking at least, because simmering it in the pot will take forever. And that's it. Once we add the peppers, just let it simmer in your slow cooker or on the stove for 4 to 6 hours, and you should have a hot, spicy, delicious chili meal.